actually at the Tribeca Film Festival in 2006, so we're really old now.
Let's find out this handsome man's name. What is your name, baby?
I met Ash when I was a cameraman for a little gay news program called CBS News on Logo. And we heard about this young actor, filmmaker, producer, and we did an interview with him. And as you can imagine, he was very funny and very charming. And when we would see each other out and about in New York after that, we would recognize each other.
Oh, good girl, you better come here.
And we eventually became friends and ended up making 2 movies together, which was probably the most fun I've ever had in my entire life.
He hit me up, we had some drinks, and before I knew it, I was producing Hurricane Bianca.
There's very few people that can make me cry from laughing so hard, and Ash was one of those people. He was also that person that seemed to know the right thing to say in any situation, and we were in a lot of situations. We got stuck in an elevator for an hour backstage at a Broadway show. We caused a lot of trouble in Puerto Rico. We accidentally bought the same RGB t-shirt, and when we were hanging out together, we would argue over who got to wear it on what day.
What I want, you got, and it might be hard to handle.
There was this song that Ash used for an online promo for Mangus, and whenever I heard it, it made me think of him.
You make my dreams come true.
And after we finished Hurricane Bianca, the song kind of took on a new meaning for me, and I would text him every time I heard it on the radio and sort of tease him about it. And I think I did it so often, he eventually jokingly replied, "You have no idea how much I hate that song." The song was kind of a joke, but I was serious. Without Ash, we wouldn't have been able to make these movies. So, cheers to Ash for the wonderful friendship, the non-stop laughter, and for making my dreams come true.
I'm just really happy that I was able to help, make his dream come true. So.
Blah, 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 blah. All that's great, but here's my Ash story.
So they're gonna give you donuts? Some people can't get into the movie?
Donut yet? You get a nice snack at Live.
Is everybody in there already?
Yeah. We're late.
Oh shit. Attracting, that's right. How to pass out donuts.
Every day's a new adventure, and you never know what's going to pop out of her mouth. It's shocking, it's offensive, and it's amazing.
Dallas is nice, cheap, and easy, and yeah, we had.
So it's day 1 of filming, and I'm in Texas, and we're in a car, and I'm in the car with Ash as we're driving into the roller rink.
When we got to the skating rink, I was like, you know what, it makes you really fall in love with Bianca's character.
And I wasn't sure of my lines, I wasn't sure of what I was walking into, I wasn't sure of anything.
It was our first day, and it was first shot up, and we put 2 actors on skates, one in drag, that really didn't know how to skate.
But as we were driving up, I saw that there was a parking lot full of cars, and I looked to Ash and go, wow, who the is skating at 5 a.m.? And he looks at me and says, that's our crew, that's our set. And I thought, we actually have people? Because for a long time I thought I'd be holding the camera. I thought I'd be holding the lights. So in that moment I realized, wow, this is a big deal, and this guy made it happen.
But it really was a great shoot.
Oh, I love it. First time I met Ash was on the set of Hurricane Bianca, which was really exciting because I'd already heard about all he'd done, and I knew how inspiring he was to so many people involved with the film. Thank you, Ash, for a shot at the role of Carly Ward. It's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I think the last time that I saw you was after we'd finished filming in New York, and we all went out one night. And I think that's the night that you got up and performed the song from Wicked for everyone. Ash, I hope you know how incredibly lovable and loved you were, and how truly missed you are.
Make this clear, a real man, or you both die in Siberia.
Almost every movie he did, if not every movie, centered in some way around people who were either really, really, really queer or disenfranchised in some way, even like the lightest of comedies.
You know you want this. You've wanted this since the night we met.
I tripped over you in a snowbank. I thought you were homeless.
For someone to just sort of have an ethos throughout their career about making movies about underdogs and strange people, I think the show business world is very lucky to have had him here. I mean, I miss him, I love him, and I'm so grateful for everything he gave our world.
I told you you'd be a good mom, and not just because of your hips. Ash was an amazing, amazing person, a hard-working professional, okay? And he always would tell me, Shangela, don't worry, I know how to get the money. And to a bitch that don't really know how to get money, I was like, ooh, hallelujah, how you do that? He was so smart, so wonderful. And Ash and I bonded over Hurricane Bianca 1 and 2, the films, and then realized, wait a minute, are you from Paris, Texas? I'm from Paris, Texas. We were from the same hometown, a very small hometown. And I remember we went to this small little divey restaurant bar thing in Paris called Time Flies. And we were laughing, thinking like, one day we are going to be together on the front page of the Paris News. Okay, that was our goal. So I know all of us here are grieving his loss, but we are remembering that he would want us to be smiling and happy the way that he was. And we will all forever be bonded because of our love for Ash.